As a small brand, we're show crazy. So I think the first perspective is we go to a lot of things out there, which I think gives us an interesting context in how we look at ECRM events, because we participate in this one, the vitamin one, food service, a number of different events. And what's interesting is most of the trade shows for brand people out there are like Expo West. We go to a bunch of coffee shows, restaurant shows, you name it, where you have a massive expense for a booth, 50 to 80,000 people walking by, but you sometimes end the weekend, you say, oh my God, I've been here 5 days.
What did I do?
Yeah, what did I do? I mean, I saw a bunch of people, but I see the right people. And did I get quality time? And you know, a lot of times at these kinds of shows and events, there are a lot of retailers that have appointments at booths and they're not yours, especially as a smaller brand like ours. So we love ECRM because while they are smaller, they're intimate. We might have 40 or 50 meetings over 3 to 4 days. In this case, it's over 2 days. And you get really personal time. And that's really unlike any other show that we do. That's one of the main reasons we come back again and again. And our ECRM account managers do a great job of helping us understand each show, what are the unique retailers coming to each, which ones would be a fit or not a fit. Look, that's not something you do as a one-shot deal. We really have enjoyed coming again and again and again, and we've explored different shows to see which is a fit for the brands that we own.
When you're at one of our sessions, they're on hand for you, right? To any questions, any
they're
adjustments,
the whole time.
Yeah.
And in fact, sometimes retailers have scheduling issues. They're helping to reorganize it. Sometimes they're adding retailers. So, what's really cool is you go to this. It's not like Expo West. There's 80,000 people.
Yeah.
Here, there's maybe 100 or 200 people here that you're interacting with over 3 days, from the ECRM team all the way through to the retail teams, and we're constantly managing that time.
Yeah.
So, as a salesperson, you could be on the road for 3 days to visit one retailer, and that has its own usefulness.
Yes.
But here you're able to super concentrate 6 to 8 months of travel and meetings in one 3-day session. So it's actually quite economical. I would say even between the events, we'll get calls from our account manager saying, hey, you know what, I thought about you for this other show. You might want to look at some of these retailers. And we've done that. So, you get to know them over time. Again, it's not a selling relationship, it's a sharing relationship. And our team really appreciates that.
What about the follow-ups?
That's critical, right?
They work with you on follow-ups too?
They do. They've helped with contacts. There's a database in the ECRM system, so you're able to reach out to buyers afterwards. In fact, as a brand team, I always tell people, you have to do amazing within the presentations and make sure you're making a value for those retailers visiting. And then the other 100% of the effort is after the fact to make sure you're following up. So the ECRM team is very helpful with that. But also, I'm not sure if we've talked about this yet, but we love the sampling program. So a lot of times retailers, they're not, you can't bring samples and they're having a luggage with 400 things in it.
Yeah.
What your staff does that I love is we set them up a separate 40 or 80 samples, whatever it is, and then you guys ship directly back to the retailer those samples. So it's even economical and efficient from that standpoint.